In today's video, we'll be reviewing and unboxing the Redragon 60% wireless keyboard. That's right, I am super excited about this because you guys do not know, my keyboard right here I was recently using was a temporary fix for the recent Redragon keyboard that broke on me, where the W key stopped working, which was awful, and now this keyboard's having some problems because how much editing and gaming I've done on it recently, that this W key and also space key just don't work sometimes, but they do work. It's weird, I know, and that's why I bought this here today to unbox and review with you guys. Let's start unboxing. So let's get started unboxing this. I'm actually super excited because this is wired and wireless. So you can do both with it, and it also has red switches. And supposedly these switches you can remove from the keyboard, meaning that if any of your keys break on it, you can remove it and install new switches, or just give all the switches entirely and just change the switches to something like browns. Like that way they're much more quiet, because right now it's reds, cherry reds, which is pretty quiet but also pretty loud. So you can switch this down the line if you really want to and put new keycaps on. So there's a lot of flexibility with this keyboard. That's the biggest reason why I was kind of excited to get it, just to kind of see like what I can do with it down the line if I really want to do something like that. And if you guys want me to actually switch the keycaps on it, like kind of like for a video or something like that, make sure to leave a like so I know, and or a comment. I'll do it. There we go. Awesome. So we can get rid of that box, set that this side, and we can take open this slip right here, pop this open like so, pop this top side down and pull this on out. And there we go. So of course what comes with it is you got yourself your USB-C to USB cable right here, which is honestly pretty nice. So this is a USB-C charge keyboard. I can't speak English, so that's pretty nice. So you can take full advantage of that to plug into your PC, which is pretty cool. Then you also got a keycap remover, so if you want to remove any keys on the keyboard, you have access to that. Then of course we have the keyboard in itself, which honestly this keyboard looks really nice. Like it's really clean, and I'll show you guys it when it's powered on too in just a second here. So of course if you take out the keycap with the keycap remover, you can see it's got red switches, which is pretty nice. They're not too loud, which is pretty good. So now that you know this has red keycaps, let's give you guys just an overall look at the keyboard. Of course you can see on the back side here you'll actually get access to the wireless adapter, so meaning that you can actually plug this into a USB hub, or you can plug this really into anything, even on the top of your PC. They actually make this wireless, which is pretty nice. But you can also charge the keyboard by charging with the USB-C cable that comes with it, which is pretty nice. And of course you turn it off and on with this little switch right here. If I can get my finger on it, with that will turn it on. You just plug in the USB-C cable right there. You then plug your cable into the hub, of course, and with that we should be all good to go. And you can see it's powering on, which honestly, that looks really good. Like that's not bad. Supposedly you can make it one solid color and change the brightness on that, which we'll do in just a second here. But let's first add this to our actual PC, that way we can actually use it wirelessly. So we're gonna take this little hub, we're gonna plug that on into our keyboard, of course, or I mean our USB hub. With that, our PC has recognized it, which is awesome. I'm setting it up. So now supposedly what I can do is unplug this keyboard right here, go on to my other PC, for example here, and I should be able to use this keyboard on it. So let's just try it. Let's see if this keyboard works. What we're gonna do is type up Notepad. It seems to be working well since we have no cable plugged into it, as you can tell. Looks good. Now let's just try a sentence real quick here to make sure the keys work. Make sure, oh, my cap lock's on for my other computer. Wow. Make sure to subscribe to my tech channel. Looks to be working perfectly good, so that is awesome. So if you're wondering how to change the coloring on this keyboard, all you have to do is literally click FN, then you just hold FN down and click this to change the lighting mode to see what colors you want to do. So there's also a mode in there too, but this is how you change the colors on it. That's the first thing you're gonna do, which I'm gonna set mine to a light blue because my mouse is Logitech, so I kind of want to match the color theme to it. And there we go. Awesome. Now if you want to change the mode on it, you literally just click FN again, and then you click page down, which is actually this one right here. They're kind of weird how they place everything around, but you can change the mode by just clicking that. And with that, you can kind of see we got a wave mode, we got a still mode, we got a rainbow mode from inner, and also you can change the direction of it by clicking the left button, which you can see kind of changes the mode because of that. And then yeah, you can just change it. There's only like a few modes on it. It isn't a whole lot, which for me, I'm probably gonna go with the blue mode. Still blue, just because I like the look of it. You can also decrease the speed of it by doing this. So yeah, only so much you can decrease it till it's like not there anymore, but still mode's probably the best mode for my preference, which I'm going to use that. and change it. So what we're gonna do now is actually a sound test of the keyboard in action. So I removed all the filters on my mic that I would usually use, and we're gonna just test it out. Now the sound of that keyboard does sound really good. It doesn't sound too loud or too bad compared to most mechanical keyboards. If it was blue switches, it would be way louder. Luckily I know the settings on this mic so it doesn't get picked up. So if you don't have any settings on your mic, it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you were to actually use this while gaming or recording, I would highly recommend you turn on the following, which I have on my mic right now, which is going to be a compressor and also a noise suppression. So the noise suppression, the method you want to use is actually the RR noise, which is actually a thing that is actually built into OBS. So just in case you're wondering how I'm doing it with my mic, like here, I'll literally start clicking on my keyboard for you guys. That way you can kind of tell, like I'm clicking on it right now while talking, but this is just me like talking normally, doing my thing, right? Not too terrible, doesn't get really picked up. So that's pretty nice. Now, this is a week later, by the way, just in case you're wondering. I literally have been gaming and streaming on it for a week, and I literally have been enjoying this so much, this keyboard. I will say, going from a full-size keyboard to back to a 60% keyboard is definitely weird. It's definitely not getting used to. So I've gotten used to it now, thankfully. And I gotta say, there's a lot of things I love about this keyboard. First of all, is the functions. There's actually a few things I've been using while I'm streaming. So I'll be gaming, streaming, maybe I'll have some copyright music I'll be listening to, right, but it won't be in my stream. What I want to do is skip that song instead of tapping out my game during my stream, as I can literally click the FN button, then I can click on top of that the M or B. So if I want to go back to the last song I was listening to, I click FNB. Then if I want to go to the next song I was listening to, or the next song I'm going to listen to, I click FNM. That means during your gaming session, if you have music playing in the background in any like application, maybe like Spotify, maybe YouTube Music, you can click FN and then click on the next track with M, which is pretty cool. So that was awesome. And of course, if you click FNN, you can actually pause the music as well, which is actually really nice. And that's probably my favorite thing about it. And of course, you have the ability to actually increase and decrease your music by FNZ, the decrease, and then it's FNX to actually increase. And then FNC, they actually mute the audio and unmute it, which is pretty good. So that's probably the best part about this keyboard. Just having that music stuff is kind of those little things you really do appreciate, where you're doing content creation or while you're doing your gaming session, when you want to listen to something or doing something in the background. You have access as is an easy access control. So that's pretty cool. And besides that though, there wasn't like anything else too insane about this keyboard to be said. It wasn't too loud. I didn't have any problems with any keys working wrong. So that was really nice. And I think I gotta say that's pretty much it for this review. This review turned out really well. Let me know how you think it turned out. If you did think it turned out good, make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed, do not miss any of our awesome tech content, and don't forget to check us on Twitch. We do stream there, of course, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They'll link down below to our tech channel, or Twitch channel. Don't always say tech channel. And until then, I'll see you guys for next tech review. Tech Grant out.